relax. Just relax. Everything's going to be fine. And we are back. Hi, everyone. If it is your first time here, welcome to my channel. It is Nurse KP, and I am back with day 6 of maybe Mounjaro, the series that I have going on for the month of May, where I come on and discuss various Mounjaro topics. And if you are a returning viewer or subscriber, I would like to say thank you for coming back and taking the time to watch another video and spending another night with me. So today's topic is what you should know before starting Mounjaro. I got some topics in my phone here, and I am going to go through them, and we're just going to discuss things that you should know before starting Mounjaro and things that I wish I have known before starting Mounjaro. I have been on Mounjaro since September of 2022. And so I've been on Mounjaro over a year and a half now, almost 2 years coming up this September. Um, so I have a little bit of knowledge about being on the medication since I have been on it, and I'm just coming to share my journey with you and what I have learned over time since being on this medication. So the first thing that I would like to cover is know your medical health history. This is basically saying if you're diabetic, if you have any type of thyroid issues, because if you, as it has always been stated, if you have thyroid cancer, you are not a candidate for this medication. If you have chronic pancreatitis, you are not a candidate for this medication. So this is what I mean by saying know your health history to know if you're even a candidate to be able to take Mounjaro. And if you are a candidate, then I suggest you speak with your physician and get your prescription, honey, and take it to the pharmacy, your mail order pharmacy, and get you some Mounjaro, baby, and get on this medication because it is great. It is wonderful. It has helped me lose 100 pounds, but now I'm riding the scale at about 98, 97 some odd pounds. So I'm kind of tipping the scale about where I'm at on my weight current. Learn your baseline data. And when I say learn your baseline data, that means basically get a wellness visit scheduled with your physician, get your labs drawn, get your blood pressure, your measurements, your weight, everything taken, everything squared away so you'll know where you're at before starting Mounjaro. So before I started Mounjaro, I had my labs drawn. My like I say, my A1C was 7.8 or so before I started Mounjaro. I was 300 pounds the day I started Mounjaro. I was a size 22 before I started Mounjaro, and then I have my measurements and stuff that was taken with my girth and everything, and my abdominal circumference and my weight. And so I had all of my baseline data, like my creatinine, which is my kidney function, my AST, ALT, alkaline phosphate, that's your liver enzymes, because you do need to know your baseline lab levels as to, if it's to come to find if Mounjaro is helping, harming, making things better, or if it's affecting a system in your body to know if you need to come off of the medications. So this is what I mean by saying getting a baseline data of your health. So, like where your blood pressure stands. I do not have high blood pressure, so my baseline blood pressure is textbook 120 over 80. The highest 130 over 80. So this is just another thing that you can do before starting Mounjaro, is to know where you are at in your health. So you'll know if the things for you are getting better or if things are worsening for you. So you'll know when it's time to come off the medication if it's something that your body cannot handle. And like I say, Mounjaro is not for everybody. So if your body cannot handle it, please come off of it. Do not harm yourself for vanity, because it's never worth it. So it can have some side effects, as like I say, every medication comes with side effects. So we need to know where we are in our baseline so that we can know what our trends are, so we'll know where we're going and where we need to get to. Something that I wish I've known before starting Mounjaro is don't be so anxious to see results so soon. What I mean by that is don't be so anxious to jump on a scale and find that you haven't even lost 5 pounds. Looking forward to that weight loss fast, it happens, but it doesn't happen for everyone. And I don't want people to set themselves up for a level of disappointment when they don't see the results as fast that they may want to see them in, because we live in a society and a generation where we want things soon. This is what I personally like to call the age of nowism. We want things now. We want instant gratification. This weight loss for me did not come soon. I didn't see what everybody else was saying until I lost my first 30 pounds. And then I lost 50 pounds. And that's when I personally saw the weight loss that everyone else was seeing. So it came with time. It's not going to happen instantaneously with everybody. Yeah, you hear the stories where people say, oh, I dropped this amount of weight in this amount of time. Y'all, I lost the 100 pounds in over a year. It's taken me over a year to lose 100 pounds. I have been trying for years to lose 100 pounds naturally. It just was not happening for me. And when it was not happening for me in my time, I got discouraged. I quit working out. I quit doing all the things that it needed to take to lead a healthier lifestyle and work out and do the work and put in the necessary time to lose the weight that I wanted to lose, because I wasn't seeing it when I wanted to see it and how fast I was seeing it. I got discouraged and quit. So I'm saying that to say it's not going to come when you want it to come. Don't be so high strung on losing the weight so fast. It's going to come. It's just not going to come in your time. So do not be so high strong on losing that weight so fast. So I can't stress that enough, because people are saying, oh, I'm getting so discouraged. I'm not seeing the weight that I want to lose. You're not going to see the weight you want to lose. You're not, I mean, it's not, my weight loss didn't really kick in until I got all the way up to 7.5 milligrams. That's when I really started losing the weight and seeing some results. So it takes time. And Mounjaro is a step program. You start at the lowest dose of 2.5 milligrams. That is where you have to start, because it's step therapy. So yes, Mounjaro is a multi-step therapy program. So the weight you want to see at that 2.5 milligrams, you may not see it until you reach the 7.5 milligrams. So stay at it. Stay on the course. Stay with the process. You will get there. It just won't be in your time. So relax. Just relax. Everything's going to be fine. It took me some time before I could see my clavicles again. And I could see my clavicles again. And my face, I had this little double chin situation here. I had all of that. It took time for it to go away. So just stay on this course. It's a marathon. It's not a 100-yard dash. It's a marathon. It'll be there. You will be fine. When it comes to your diet, what I wish somebody would have told me about Mounjaro before starting, because at the time it was still a relatively new drug. Like, people were still kind of catching on. I wish I would have known to avoid spicy foods. I'm a Louisiana girl. We like spicy foods. I like my crawfish. I like my shrimp. I like my Tony Satchers. So I like my spicy foods. I like my burritos with my hot sauce, Cholulas to be exact. I like my hot sauce. I like spicy food. So I had to scale back on that because it can cause GI upset. Now, GI upset is very common with Mounjaro: the nausea, the vomiting, the diarrhea, the constipation. Um, it happens because your gastric emptying is slow. So avoid those spicy foods, because you do not want to upset your stomach, because you will feel sick, you will feel ill, and you will not feel good. And then you're going to be like, I need to come off of this. But it's an avoidable cause of issues. So avoid spicy foods. If you just have to have it, which I do, I don't eat it a lot. I just scale back on it, and I've been fine. And the indigestion here and there, and I take a little Pepsid, and I be fine. So that's one thing I wish somebody told me, to avoid spicy foods the way that I was um, eating spicy foods prior to being on Mounjaro. This is something that I want to stress to everybody. Take pictures. Take pictures. Take video. Keep up with your process. I wish somebody would have told me before starting Mounjaro to take a picture at least every day so that I can see my process. I could have seen my results. I'm telling you, take those pictures. My husband said, you should have taken pictures every day. But why you didn't tell me that earlier, to take my pictures every day? So now I don't take pictures every day. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm struggling to get through these videos every day. You think I'm gonna be able to have time to snap a picture every day? A full body picture? Oh Lord, no, I don't. So I would advise, if for you, take that time, that 10 seconds of your day, and take a picture every day. It will be worth it. Looking back at those old results. When I look at back my old pictures, I'd be like, ooh, not to down myself. I'd be like, ooh, I don't want to see this person again. All I know is I want to take the necessary steps to not see that person again, but keep living, baby. That's what the old patients tell me. Keep living. Another advisement that I would like to let you know about before starting Mounjaro: find an app to monitor your progress. The app that I use to monitor my personal progress is MyFitnessPal. I don't keep up with like what I eat on the app like I should, but that app has your weight progress. You can take pictures, you can put it in your weight progress, you can monitor your foods, you can monitor your caloric intake. But this is an app that I've always used to monitor my weight, like basically since I was in nursing school, which was over 14 years ago. So I've been using this app over 14 years to monitor my weight. So I can go all the way back to nursing school and see how heavy I was then, before being on Vyvanse and losing 50 pounds. Fiber. Incorporate fiber into your diet. Um, I'm telling you, fiber is very important while being on Mounjaro. If you don't increase your fiber intake by supplements, you can have fiber gummies, fiber supplements, but supplement your diet with some type of fiber through your foods or through vitamins. You have to have that fiber, because I'm telling you, all of this works on your GI system, and like I say, your gastric emptying is slow. So your fiber is going to be very important while you're on this Mounjaro journey. Another point that I would like to make before starting Mounjaro, I wish I would have known about, is the fatigue. Like I say, I have not experienced the fatigue since being on Mounjaro up until like this last couple of weeks. I had like a 2-day fatigue, but I took my injection on like a Wednesday, Thursday maybe, or was it that Saturday? I don't remember, y'all, but I was very fatigued for like 2 days. I was tired. I wanted to sleep all day. I wanted to stay in bed. I was achy. Now I do have some neuropathy in my feet. That's about it. So I was just very tired and like malaise, and just felt like dehydrated. I had a headache. I was in pain. I just wanted to sleep all day. I never feel like that, because generally Monday through Friday I take Adderall, and that's how I live my life, on Adderall, because I got ADD, and I got to be able to get through my work day and stay on task, because the type of job that I have now, the type of nursing job that I have now, I do insurance, so everything is time sensitive, so I have to stay on task. Otherwise, I have the attention span of a ferret and not get any work done, and I have to get things done by these particular deadlines. So this is why I say I don't experience fatigue normally. I finally experienced some type of fatigue while being on Mounjaro, and I did not enjoy it. So I would like to make a point that it is known. A lot of people have stated it, that they are fatigued, like the first couple of days after their injection. So to battle that, I would say take B12. I have incorporated myself B12 into my vitamin regimen, along with a multivitamin, Pepsid, Adderall, ashwagandha, because I can be a little hothead. And I stay calm, and I'm not as tired, I'm not as fatigued. And then on top of that, some days I drink a cup of coffee with an extra shot of espresso because that's just my life. So while I'm doing all of that, I do want to say that hydration is very important while being on Mounjaro because it makes you thirsty. At one point, I was carrying around, that half-gallon jug of water everybody like to carry with the little sleeve on it. Staying with that hydration is very important. Like in the middle of the night, I would wake up, I would drink water. I was so thirsty, y'all. I'm telling you, Mounjaro, if you don't drink water now, Mounjaro is going to make you drink some water. So stay hydrated. Stay hydrated. Stay hydrated. Another thing I wish I've known before turkey Mounjaro is when it comes to eating, you need to learn when to stop. Learn when to stop eating. Because if you try to overeat, you're going to be sick. So slow down on eating. Don't scarf your food in. Don't, huff it down. Slow down when you eat and know when to stop. Because I'm telling you, don't stop and you try to overeat, you will feel bad. I feel bad whenever I overeat while I'm taking Mounjaro. And I noticed that the times that I have overeaten, alcohol was involved. So monitor that. I did do a video yesterday for the Cinco de Mayo edition, how alcohol can cause you to overeat. And like I said, I've noticed the times that I have overeaten when I've been on Mounjaro, alcohol was involved. So you have to be mindful of slow down on your eating and knowing when to stop. Because if you don't stop when your brain is telling you to stop, you overeat, you'll be sick. I promise you. And you ain't gonna feel good. And it's not a pretty sight. The last point that I would like to make is when it comes to your injection sites, the standard places for injecting Mounjaro is your arms, your abdomen. It is around your stomach, about, what to say, about 2 inches away from your stomach, your umbilicus, your stomach, and your thighs. So those are the areas of injection. Me personally, I am comfortable with injecting in my stomach. I've tried injecting on my thighs and it hurt like the dickens for me personally, but I inject on my stomach. So what I do is I rotate around my stomach for my injections. I can't remember everything. So it's either on the same side, higher, lower, opposite side. I do, above the umbilicus, or below the umbilicus, or umbilicus, tomato. Um, I do it around there. So I try to rotate injection sites because you don't want to over inject in the same area. People have noticed that when they change up their injection sites, it's absorbed differently or better. I don't know if it's a placebo effect or anything like that, but some people have noticed that when they change their injection sites, they see better results with being on Mounjaro. So coming to a close, these are the things that I wish I have known before I started Mounjaro and the things that I have learned since being on Mounjaro. I hope you enjoy this video. Don't forget to take the time to like, share, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for tomorrow's video. And I hope you love it over here. I hope you love the channel. I hope you love what I have to offer. And leave a comment down below. Talk to me. I talk back. I'm responsive. And as I stated, you can find me on Instagram and TikTok at Nurse KP. I do accept messages over there. I primarily accept messages over on Instagram because some days I don't get a chance to get to TikTok because my ADD is set in and I find myself on TikTok until the guys or the girls says, hold up, you've been on this for too long. Maybe you should take a break, that kind of deal. So Instagram, send me a message and let's talk. Let's create some dialogue between each other. And if you have questions, I might have an answer. Again, thank you all for watching and stay tuned until tomorrow's video. Good night. Peace, guys.